The sky above New York was no longer blue. It had turned into a swirl of ash and lightning, thick with smoke from the fires that refused to die. The city that once stood as the symbol of hope and resilience now lay silent under the weight of its own destruction. Broken skyscrapers leaned against each other like wounded giants, streets were buried under layers of steel and dust, and in the distance, the faint hum of a dying arc reactor echoed like a heartbeat fading into the night. A crackle of static broke the silence. Somewhere among the ruins, an old Stark Industries satellite dish flickered to life. On a cracked screen in the middle of a deserted command room, a familiar voice played through the distortion, calm, confident, and hauntingly familiar. "If you're hearing this, then I didn't make it," said Tony Stark's voice. His holographic image appeared in the air, flickering in and out like a ghost caught between worlds. He looked older, tired, yet still carrying that same spark of defiance. "But don't mourn me. I built something that lasts longer than a man, an idea. And ideas don't die." The camera panned across the shattered remnants of the Avengers headquarters. Broken shields, scorched armor pieces, and cracked monitors told the story of a battle they had lost. The world had fallen quiet since that day. Half of the surviving heroes had vanished, others scattered into hiding. But hope, no matter how faint, was never truly gone. Lightning struck, cutting through the darkness. Standing at the edge of the ruins was Thor. His armor was dented and scorched, his cape torn by battle, but his presence still radiated power. The rain poured down, hissing as it hit the molten remains of the battlefield. He lifted his gaze toward the stormy sky, his eyes glowing faintly with blue electricity. "He believed in us," Thor said quietly, his voice trembling not with fear but with grief. "He believed we could protect this realm, even from ourselves." His hand closed around the handle of his newly reforged hammer, one that glowed with both Asgardian lightning and something more ancient, something primal. He slammed it into the ground, and thunder exploded in response, shaking the earth beneath him. The camera shifted again, to Captain Marvel hovering above the clouds, staring down at the ruined earth with determination burning in her eyes, to Bruce Banner standing among the remnants of his lab, torn between guilt and anger, to Spider-Man, mask off, looking at Tony's hologram through the cracks of a broken visor. Tony's message continued, his tone softening. "I used to think being a hero meant saving everyone. But sometimes, it means giving others a reason to keep fighting. If you're still out there, don't give up. Not yet." The hologram flickered one last time before fading completely. Silence fell once more, heavy and cold. Then, from above, lightning split the sky again. Thor raised his hammer high, the glow of electricity spreading across the dark horizon like dawn breaking through despair. He whispered, "Then let us not fail him this time." And with that, the storm answered. The ground trembled as a deep rumble echoed through the ruins of the once great city. Flames still burned in the distance, licking the sky with streaks of orange and black. The smoke twisted into strange patterns, almost alive, as if something dark and ancient moved within it. From the haze, a figure began to emerge, tall, cloaked, and silent. His armor gleamed with a cold metallic sheen, reflecting the fire that surrounded him. Each step he took was deliberate, echoing like thunder across the rubble. The world had whispered his name in fear for generations, and now, he had finally come. Dr. Doom stopped at the heart of the destruction. His mask caught the dim light of the burning city, emotionless and perfect, like a god carved from steel. His voice, deep and commanding, rolled through the air like a dark hymn. "The age of heroes has ended," he said. "The age of gods begins." A shockwave of energy pulsed outward from his gauntlet, tearing through the remains of Stark Tower. What was left of the city's power grid flickered to life for a brief moment, lights flashing like dying stars before fading into nothing. Doom raised his hand to the sky, summoning arcs of green energy that spiraled upward, piercing the clouds. Above, a massive vortex formed, unstable and roaring, a tear between worlds. From the shadows, a voice called out, "That's enough." Captain Marvel descended from the storm, her eyes glowing with radiant power. She landed hard, the ground cracking beneath her feet. "You've done enough damage for one lifetime," she said, her tone sharp as her fists began to blaze with cosmic fire. Doom turned his gaze toward her, unimpressed. "You speak of damage as if you've ever known creation. I am not here to destroy your world, Captain, I am here to rebuild it, in my image." Before she could respond, Doom thrust his hand forward, unleashing a surge of energy that sent her crashing through a building. The shockwave tore through the street, igniting the debris. For a moment, silence followed, until a beam of red light cut through the smoke. Iron Man's new armor, sleek, darker, powered by energy unlike anything seen before, hovered into view. The arc reactor glowed crimson as Tony's voice, calm but laced with anger, broke through the comms. "You know, Doom, I was hoping you'd just stick to ruling your own kingdom. Guess you couldn't resist the upgrade." Doom turned, his cape billowing as his eyes glowed green beneath the mask. "You're not the Stark I remember." Tony's faceplate slid open, revealing his scarred face illuminated by red light. "Yeah," he said quietly. "Neither are you." Lightning split the sky again. Thor landed beside Tony, his hammer crackling with power, rain pelting his armor. Behind them, Spider-Man swung down, followed by Hulk roaring in fury, and Captain Marvel emerging from the smoke, her aura blazing brighter than ever. They stood side by side, united once more. Tony's voice echoed through the chaos, low and resolute. "Avengers," he paused, his gaze fixed on Doom, who raised his hands in defiance as the energy storm roared around them. "Assemble." The screen erupted into blinding light, lightning, fire, and metal colliding in an explosion that swallowed the city whole. Then, silence. A single symbol emerged from the flames, the Avengers, cracked, burning, and reforged. Avengers, Doomsday 2026.